Hey people, how you doing? It's Giants Tarot. I'm your presenter Elizabeth, and it's December 20. December being the month of perseverance, and this is part 2 of December 20. So I'm going to read you the psalm for today, which happens to be Psalm 20, which sounds very convenient, but it is. It's in the back of the 1611 St James Bible. They've got the psalms for every day of the year, and it looks like they're running alongside like a couple of dolphins. The psalm is the same day as the day of the year. What reference that has to the Gregorian and the Julian calendars, I haven't quite worked out, but anyway, it's in the book, so it's written. So here it is. For the choir director, a psalm of David. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob set you securely on high. May he send you help from the sanctuary and support you from Zion. May he remember all your meal offerings and find your burnt offering acceptable. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your counsel. We will sing for joy over your victory. And in the name of our God, we will set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Now I know that the Lord saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some boast in chariots and some in horses, but he will boast in the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and stood upright. Save, O Lord, may the King answer us in the day we call. And now, as usual, just so as it's all on one day, we're nearly at the last day. We've only got one more day of temperance and one more day of the 10 of wands. So I'm going to read the 10 of wands, which has been since December 13 to December 21. It's been all about illumination, knowledge assimilated and imparted. Okay. So that's me rustling papers. I'm the newsreader as the news breaks, folks. And the news breaking today is the 20th of December. Minor Arcana, wands. The 10 of wands. Here we see the journeyman carrying a big load on his way to a settlement not too far away. He knows he can get there if he will focus and drive the best he can. Strive. His arms are wrapped around 10 wands, all sprouting, all alive, all can survive and be replanted. His head is part of the apparatus that is carrying it all, lodged into the bundle, helping to hold everything in place. His eyes can squint through the load. He can see the settlement up ahead. His nose can smell the wands. They are still fresh. His ears hear the rustle and grind of the timbers he carries, and also his measured footsteps. Step, 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 step. How many more? Oh, not too many. At least it's not raining, the sky is clear, and the ground ahead is open. Step, 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 measured steps. Almost home. By golly, almost there. So this is the image for the 10 of wands. Have you been there and done that? Of course you have. The 10 of wands appears to be a solitary event for a solitary journeyman, but it is actually a complex set of realities. Every project you finalize, every plan you bring to fruition, every great idea you make an actuality brings you to a new reality. As you successfully finalize, you instigate a new phenomenon. It's like they say, energy is never destroyed, it is transferred. Everything for humans is building. We create structures in all our endeavours, and the 10 of wands is all about what happens next. It is a card of success. It is. Who gets to carry 10 big wands home? Not many people. It has taken a lot of time, planning, work and belief to get this far. Maybe one person is responsible for the big win of the 10 of Wands. Maybe it has been a group effort, but the 10 of Wands is treasure, can now be used for many things. Shelter, firewood, to make tools, limbo dancing rods and flagpoles. Walking with the journeyman, we hear his controlled breathing. Boy, he really is concentrating on his task. Well, he has to. It's only temporary. Once he's home, he can put it all down and rest. But then he will have to do the next thing with the 10 of Wands. The journeyman cogitates as he trudges along. He is planning what happens next after he's got the load home. He's got to build a shed and a good workbench. He's got to graft some fruit trees onto one or two of those wands, which must be cut to size for that. He can plant several new wands from cuttings and make an orchard of building stock timbers. He can throw a party when it's all done, put up a flag and get the neighbours to come around and limbo rock through the night while the fire burns nicely with some old timbers lying around the place which are no longer needed because of the new stock just arrived. With each inhalation and each exhalation, he is planning the people he will involve in all these new activities, which will expand the environment and possibilities they all currently share. He is steeling himself for the loud protestations of his brother, who will tell him he's mad and it won't work. His wife, who will roll her eyes at the amount of cooking to do. His uncle, who's going to interfere and want everything done the old way. And his sister, who will tell him it's super and how can she help? Breathe in, breathe out, stay calm. It will work. It will all work. But get home first. Get home safe. All that comes next. He's got to get home. It's urgent. He's got to be home by nightfall or be prey to robbers who troll the highways when it's dark. He's excited about the future. He will go and see Harry next door. Harry will help. So will Harry's son. Actually, if Harry and his son want to come out later this week, they can get another 20 or 40 wands and turn the settlement into a fancy city. Yeah, well, breathe for now. Breathe and step. Breathe and step. Step. Maybe one of these wands can make a sort of carrying tray and they can get Harry's brother to help. They could all bring back 100 wands. It's responsibility. It's a big dream, but it is so worthwhile. It could change everything. Everyone would be better off. Imagine the pride and joy, the magnitude of it all. Everything is going to be absolutely fabulous. All he has to do is get the 10 of Wands home. It's taking everything he's got in him to do this big task before dark. He's got to keep it all together, and his arms are so sore, and his back hurts, and his face is scratched, and his hands are bleeding. Hey, journeyman, keep going. Don't stop. Don't give in. Hold steady. Hold the line. You are on the verge of elevating your life, your community, into a brand new day. It will take involvement from others to bring it all to a successful close, but you've never been this close before to such a sensational dream, and it is so worth having. Now, on the second last day of Temperance, which has been the same time as Sagittarius, the astrological year waltzes forward, and having negotiated Scorpio's major arcana card Death, we now encounter Sagittarius and its emblem Temperance. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, promising expansion and blessings. Perhaps early in the Temperance time, expansion may not be immediately evident, but by gee, the blessings invariably feel close by. At this light-hearted mini-moment, it is wise to note that after Temperance, the waltz of the astrological year will hurdy-gurdy right into the time of Capricorn's The Devil. I'm just saying. because the image of temperance shows an angel with one foot in clear water and the other on a dry bank, pouring liquid back and forth between two vessels. Time on earth is an expedition of sorts. Each morning we wake and begin a new day in a group or also individual passage through time, space and geography, leading each one of us to an eventual rest and sleep again, ready for the next day. Whether or not you find this earth expedition to be a trek through madness or a magnificent voyage through history and consciousness, you can nod at the various signposts along the way. In the realm of tarot, temperance is a signpost on the expedition. It displays a distinctive symbolic design. Temperance is a parable, a metaphor, an allegory. Temperance stops to think, blend, process, save, prepare. Sagittarius is a mutable sign. It does not lead and it is not fixed. It examines and ascertains energies. It operates from being sure. The number 14, the number of temperance, warns against karmic backlashes for hasty actions. Care is needed and temperance is showing care. All that said, placing temperance into a sort of historical time frame, now let's dive into the eddies and currents of those waters being sloshed from one vessel to the other. The questions Sagittarius asks, the seeming lack of respect for tact they display, the hilarity beyond the guffaw. We laugh with Sagittarius because they are so damn insightful. Half horse and half man? Yeah. Sagittarius gallops through the demure living room of your structured education, ancient good manners, one-dimensional insights, confused memories, things that are now recently proven to be untrue, and announces new realities loudly in your demure living room. Temperance sloshes not only the immediate past and the immediate future of death and the devil. Temperance does a cocktail bartender whiz-bang number on everything. Are you ready? The half horse and half man is in your demure living room. It must be acknowledged that temperance endeavours to balance the energies of death and the upcoming devil. The symbology of the card itself is blatant. An angel using two vessels to blend ingredients, be they physical or spiritual. Temperance is inserted into the snapshots of the expedition as we individually and collectively journey. We blend and mix the memories of yesterday and the realities of today, and we try to plan for what is ahead based upon what we have learned and what is now coming to light. The beginning of each new day gives us that experience. We wake up each day and arm ourselves with what we have learned, believing it is what we know, hoping it is the truth. Perhaps at the end of each day, we have learned that some things are actually not true. So we have learned something else. That learning and deduction takes time. As human beings, our expedition is a constant pursuit of harmony. Temperance is major arcana. Major arcana energies are brought to us by higher forces. Man must journey through these symbolic times and do the best we can. If Leo be the kindergarten teacher, Sagittarius is the university professor. Be grateful for this time. Between approximately November 23 and December 21, the human race glimpses the splendour of alchemy. My dear friends, off you go. Do your day. I hope there's been something in the two broadcasts of today to help you design a good time. Okay, love yous.